None of the prophecy said we couldn't have a little fun.
Aurora Shooting Star reached Living Legend status on May 9th, 2025, making her the second fastest hero to ascend in Flesh and Blood's history. Yet, Aurora's Living Legend story is a bit of an anomaly as compared to previous hero ascensions. Her journey wasn't marked with major tournament victories, instead it was a grassroots effort. Local and regional engagement played the major role in her ascent. Aurora's short lifespan was a direct result of both her approachability and her popularity. And hey, unpopular opinion incoming. Despite her rapid exit, Aurora was undeniably a net positive for the game's growth. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there my Flesh and Blood friends, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are talking a fascinating and frankly a bit controversial chapter in the game's history, and that's talking about, of course, the meteoric rise and equally rapid retirement of Aurora Shooting Star. Living Legend status, which retires a hero from official play, is typically earned through consistent top finishes at high-profile events. Heroes typically carve their name into legend with Pro Tour wins, Calling wins, Battle Hardens, and the like. But the story of Aurora Shooting Star stands apart, because her legend wasn't written with a long list of major victories, but rather in the heart of local game stores. Across her career, Aurora had strong and consistent representation in top 8s at major events, but only took the top spot in 4 of them. Battle-hardened Hong Kong by Pudding Tam, Battle-hardened Kobe by Yamara Yutaro, Battle-hardened Taipei by Jiping Gao, and Calling Sao Paulo by Carlos Eduardo Mariel de Silva. Now, that is what I was able to piece together from fabtcg.com using their tournament results, so if I'm missing anyone, you do have my sincere apologies. But what that means is that Aurora rocketed through Living Legend despite only one Tier 3 or better victory to her name, the rest all Tier 2. Aurora earned a total of 1,051 Living Legend points, only 50 of which did not come from a Tier 2 event. And even if we consider battle-hardened wins to be major victories, which I think is pretty fair considering that, well, yes, they are Tier 2, they tend to carry more prestige and points than does an RTN or a ProQuest. It still means that Aurora earned over 88% of her points at the local level, via ProQuest and Road to Nationals events. 88%. So to that end, Aurora's ascent to Living Legend was an anomaly. While other heroes often accumulate the bulk of their points through significant placements at premier events, Aurora's journey was characterized by remarkable consistency in grassroots victories. Aurora was not a favorite of big names within Flesh and Blood, the longtime veterans of Pro Tour play. Rather, Aurora gave rise to a new generation of player, allowing new faces and red headbands alike to grace the top table streams. One of the most compelling aspects of Aurora's story was her undeniable popularity with new players. Her straightforward mechanics and relatively accessible playstyle made her an attractive entry point for those just dipping their toes into the world of Flesh and Blood. Unlike some more complex and demanding heroes, Aurora offered a very clear game plan and rewarded fundamental strategic thinking. It was this ease of understanding coupled with her respectable performance at local events, which made newcomers feel empowered to pick her up and compete. Many players credit Aurora as the hero who drew them farther into the game, providing a positive and encouraging early experience. And for Flesh and Blood, a game long associated with a very steep learning curve and a high skill cap, this created an incredibly attractive entry point. Arguably, one of the best we've ever seen in terms of jumping immediately into competitive play and finding results. However, Aurora's story likewise includes a significant point of contention. Her remarkably short lifespan in the classic constructed format after achieving Living Legend status was undeniably a black eye for the game in the eyes of many. For players who had invested time and effort into mastering the hero, or even for new players who had just found their stride with her, her swift departure felt premature and frustrating. This in turn led to criticisms about the speed of Living Legend rotation and the potential for a hero to be retired almost as quickly as they arrived. This brief window of play, while a testament to her rapid point accumulation, left some segments of the community feeling disillusioned and questioning the longevity of their chosen heroes. The sentiment was that a hero who had so successfully built a connection with the burgeoning grassroots community should have deserved a little more time in the spotlight. Yet, while Aurora's lifespan was indeed cause for legitimate concern, and yes, completely understandable as a point of contention, in the time since her release, it has been resoundingly clear to me that Aurora's impact has been a net positive. The explosive demand for new products and the unprecedented engagement with the game since Rosetta's release really cannot be denied. Event attendance is at an all-time high, the game is growing massively, and boxes of Rosetta, the Hunted, and High Seas are mostly absent from LGS shelves. Now, to credit this all to Aurora would be flat out disingenuous, but there's no denying that she has played a significant role in the growth of the game. Because this goes beyond simply just power and getting the big wins. As we discussed, it wasn't that she was bringing down Pro Tour victories. This isn't something we saw with Part the Mistveil, a massively and stupidly powerful set on release. While Zen was absolutely dominating the meta early on, he wasn't a hero one could simply pick up and learn the game with. It wasn't really until we saw Aurora, a hero specifically designed to onboard with, that we saw things start to pick up steam at the normal player level. And what we are seeing now is, in a way, an Aurora effect. The players she inspired to take the leap into an otherwise intimidating game have created a larger and more vibrant player base, eager for more. Players who jumped in, learned the ropes with Aurora, and found early success are now diving into the larger game, many of which did so in the Hunted. Their positive early experience, fostered by Aurora's accessibility and the ability to actually get some wins, transformed them into invested players. So yes, while her time in Classic Constructed was brief, and well shorter than both the community and Legend Story Studios would have wanted it to be, Aurora Shooting Star was ultimately a net positive for the game. Aurora's legacy extends beyond just the number of days she was legal. Aurora's impact at the grassroots level fueled the game's expansion and its surge in popularity. And we can all agree that's a good thing. Whether you hate her because she was easy aggro, hate that she wasn't balanced more aggressively, or whether you just miss her and are anxiously awaiting her next version in 2026. I know, I sure am. So thanks for watching, my friends. Let me know your thoughts, and of course, go Commando.